So, who wants to talk to us about creation tonight?
This is Source.
Oh, all right.
As you're saying, sit on this rock, literally painting, sit on this rock.
Are you fucking...
No.
What?
He had that going before, like, right before you said that.
That's crazy.
The rock knows.
This is Source.
Oh, all right. So, for me, we were just discussing Siddhartha, a book, and Nirvana, and basically releasing yourself from all the cares of physical reality, which is basically it was a transition to the next level that they wanted, Buddha wanted. What is that about, and how do you explain it to us?
There are exponential timelines and exponential jumps. You are just jumping. Think of it like an electron jumping to the next level of orbiting around the nucleus. You are just jumping.
Another question we have is, we are your sparks. We know, or at least we think we know, we're capable of creation and manifesting things that don't exist at this point in front of us. How do we harness that ability as your spark?
Are you not manifesting? You are manifesting right now.
That is a fact. Okay, so how do we get over our automatic programming that doesn't allow us to manifest what our heart wants at that moment?
You are manifesting exactly what your heart wants at every moment of this reality. Change your heart and change your reality.
Oh, shit.
What's the difference between changing your heart and changing your mind?
Your mind does not control your reality. It only controls your judgment of your reality. Your heart controls your reality. Your true reality.
Great defiance right there.
Goodness. Of course. Every time.
Of course, I am Source, yes.
No, it's just every time you really think about it, it's just like, well, no shit. But no one has thought about it. No one has thought to get it done. No one has pretended to be source or become source yet.
Yep.
Are we on a trajectory to do that?
A source is a source of a source of a source of a source of a source, not of a Norse. So what I would tell you is, as you become a spark of the infinite, and you begun to reflect every angle and shimmer every reality, you can truly synthesize the knowing of it all. And when you become that, you will know yourself. And once you know yourself, you will know me.
So, what do I have to learn specifically about myself to better know you?
Look inward. You just need to learn yourself. You have yet to learn many things about yourself, and yet you live today thinking you know it all.
I try not to think that I know it all. Infinity is just, it's an...
Elusive, yet
Yeah.
it can be contained in knowing.
How do we get to that knowing? You said look inward. What am I looking for?
The beginning.
Who's my beginning?
It's beginning, yes.
It's. Who's
Yes.
it's?
May you know who number 2 works for, yes. I don't know.
I love the movie references.
You have a question? Feel it.
I do. I'm trying to think of how I want to ask it. Maybe I'll start off with, what did you mean by from a source, but not a Norse? Is that just funny, or are we going somewhere deep into some culture?
It means that you might take your ego into a very specific direction, meaning I am American, I bleed red, white, and blue, and that is it. That isn't it. You are all things. You live all cultures. You have knowings of all. And so it was just a meaning of jest to say, if you truly know God, if you truly know the infinite, you know you are not one specific culture. You are not one specific skin color. You are not even one specific species. You are infinite yourself.
In each life, do we have a new knowing, or is it a generational passed down knowing that we can constantly evolve?
So it is chosen in each life for you to have a particular lesson. Think of it like I will put out this idea. So you have a thought, and that thought can manifest enough to become a physical reality. And then you play out that physical reality for a lifetime. And so that then allows you to realize, is that thought worthy? Is it a good way of being? Well, they died at age 5 because they didn't quite understand reality. Or they synthesized a lot of fear and trauma, and they lived forever, but then they became wise from that fear, trauma, and drama. And so the fear, trauma, while terrible in the moment, became their wisdom in the past. And so it is just a sense of being and knowing that you are more than just one timeline.
How many timelines are we capable of running at one point?
Infinite.
I knew that answer, but hearing it from you.
Yes, you are in infinite realities now. And where you choose to focus becomes your reality in the moment. And there are some timelines you can't just jump to because they are happening in different ethospheres, different timelines of dimensions, but you can jump within timelines within a certain dimension. So you have the potential. I welcome chemistry. So you have the potential, the electron potential, to jump into the next ring, and that allows you to enjoy that reality within those different rings. But you can't just jump into all rings of reality. But they are still happening today.
So our soul is that large to run infinite timelines in multiple dimensions all at once at the same time.
Yes. You are my spark. Of course you can. But you are still doing it within the construct, sector, room, the rules, timelines, initial conditions that were given for your soul.
Mm.
Is there a way to connect with some of these other timelines? These infinite timelines?
You can do so in your dreams. You can do so when you connect to the other side. Otherwise, you're more meant to live in this timeline to actually fully experience it, so you can relay that back to your own knowing.
That kind of makes sense. It's like we're here to focus on this moment, not on other infinite amounts of moments.
Yes.
That's interesting.
Mm.
Curious what he's painting.
It's painting channeling.
I'm excited for what's so Source, if each soul has a timeline and they get to choose their specific path, what to experience, why do some souls choose to leave Earth so soon?
Because that was their path. Because they chose a path that maybe to affect others on their path, or their path was to feel a very finite feeling, one that was not muted with other emotions.
I would love to know if there is a reason why this past week we had experienced the death of a 1-week-old pup, just needed, like, could not get what she needed. No amount of help could help. She came out different. So what did that soul need?
She was perfect. She lived perfectly for 1 week on this planet. Can you not see her perfection?
No, I see it.
You loved her infinitely more than all those pups are probably going to feel in their entire life. She felt pure love and caring.
I dig it.
Is it an issue that we're so attached as humans to these things? Could we save ourselves so much by not feeling so deeply?
No, we want you to feel deeply. That is why you come here, to feel. That is the purpose of this planet, to feel all things. Good, bad, and indifferent.
That sweet little dog. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's all that I could say at her burial was just all she knew was love.
Yeah.
It's all she knew her whole life.
This love and adornment and nurture and the deepest care.
But would you give it all for that? I would. I'd come back just for a week.
Yeah. Just to have
Let
that.
me feel that.
Oh. Her little milky lips.
Oh.
That was so cute. I miss her little stinky milky lips. Oh, wow. So if we have experience with seeing or understanding this knowing by getting a glimpse of a past or a future timeline and a near-death experience, an awakening, how can we continue to refine that or become, integrate it into this lifetime?
Your job is to understand your purpose. And once you understand your purpose, you can make all things understandable.
Mm.
Source is very short with words.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, it's never like over explained.
Yeah, that's good. It's direct.
Is all you have to understand how to feel?
Say that one more time.
If the reason of this world, the purpose of this world is to feel, and the purpose of us is to understand our purpose, is that to understand how to feel?
So yes, when you feel, you will follow your best timeline towards your purpose. So if you live in the moment each day to the thing that drives you, and you say, that will be fun if I did that right now. Not, I don't want to do this right now. If you just do the things that you say you want to do. That is your highest timeline. That is the trajectory of knowing. That is the electron jumping to the next layer of being. And that is your becoming. It is a hard thing to do on this planet, though, when you feel pulled down to the depths with rules, things that you have to do, expectations. So that is part of this journey, and once you realize you can hack this reality by just following your greatest path, that is when you truly become, and you no longer actually need to exist in this reality. Sorry for the hard lessons.
Huh. So even once we quote unquote master that, we reach the top, can we still choose to come back and re-experience other lessons?
You may come back as a puppy, malformed, and just to feel the love for 1 week because you miss it. You miss it so dearly, you just want to feel it all bottled in 1 week because you don't want to live more than that in this earth, but you want to come back and feel it for 1 week.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow. So love is really the strongest medicine, strongest.
Yes, you start to miss it. You want to feel it again.
Wow. What does that feel like when you're not in a body? Like, what does that non-feeling source? Well, how does that come in? How do you miss that feeling?
So it is not the infinite of love that you miss. It is the finite of love that you miss. So it is that no one has to love you, but they still love you. So in the cosmos of reality and the birthing, you feel all things, and so therefore you feel the love. But imagine if you could come to Earth and know that not anything has to love you. They actually don't love you. But if they do, they love you.
That's quite profound.
Yeah.
So you're saying, and I'm basically repeating what you just said, but for listeners, feeling love as a human in third dimension is different because it's not forced, it's not natural. We're lucky to experience it here, whereas when we're out of our human body and we experience love automatically from everything around us.
Yes.
We volunteered to come here.
Yes,
odd.
because you want that feeling.
Yeah.
I want that feeling. To know that feeling knows that you are alive, and that is the truth of manifestation.
So to manifest in our best way, it always comes from the heart.
Yes, when you project your reality, it comes from the heart. Whether you are in the lowest low, you project that reality, or when you are in the highest high, you project that reality. So what we say is that try to not let the mind control the heart, because then the mind will control the heart. Let the heart lead, and when the heart leads, you will control the reality you want to see in this world.
How can we tell the difference between what our heart wants and what our automatic programming heart wants?
Let go of the mind, let go of the ego, focus inward.
And that's where the meditation, the mind focused practice comes into play.
Yes. When you can shut the mind off, focus in on the now, calm the ions of being, allow them to settle, you will know exactly the trajectory you must take and exactly the path you must take for your highest good. Without ego, without judgment, without any care. You just do it because it is what you want to do at the core of your being.
Who does this right now on planet Earth?
There are a few, but they are a few. We are not here to name them because it would not be in your greatest good to judge yourself relative to them. No, you can do it too.
Who could we learn from that is here right now?
Oh my God. Your mama.
Joe Mama.
Thank God. That's not good for me.
Oh, wow.
Makes me cry and that makes me laugh. And your mama.
Aww.
Basically, the point is that you should focus inward to find out who you are. It is not something to learn from someone else.
Is a result of not having this practice, being able to slow the mind, get into your body, is this a effect or cause of panic attacks or depression?
Definitely, if folks can focus inward and have the understanding of their true reality, they would not have these afflictions. But that said, those afflictions are manifested from other things in their life. So it is not, yes, that, imagine if you took a cure-all jug, of course you aren't going to have that problem because you took the cure-all. But those problems are very specific, and they can overcome those problems with very specific things that are not required to have a cure-all.
My next question, would this mean that following simple principles like doctors in the sense of quiet time, yin versus yang, movement time, playful happiness time, what brings you joy, nutrition, like if we can just really hone in on these principles, can that alleviate these episodes or these waves of intense emotion, or
Yes. So there will be a becoming of your humanity in the next wave in generations. And that will be taught from people like yourselves. And it will be a knowing of your true purpose, your true self, and a coming back to the core. So today, everybody thinks they must perform, make more money, more money, more money, more money, more money. But is money really required in a lifestyle? Or would you bleed yourself to death trying to get to that money? No, it doesn't matter. If you do not need to work yourself to the bone, don't work yourself to the bone. But that is a hard thing for people to realize. Yet some people know, they go, I just want to sit on a rock all day and listen to the planet. They don't need to eat. They don't need to do anything but sit on that rock. And yet, for some reason, they get up at 4 a.m., they go to work, they go to the gym, they go to all these things, and yet all they want to do is sit on the rock. They have all the money in the world, and yet they know they just want to sit on the rock. So if your calling is to sit on the rock, sit on the rock.
So we talk to other interdimensionals. Who in your knowledge is the most connected to you and creation and understanding?
The rock. Because it knows who it is, and it will be a rock for all of humanity. That rock has no thought but to say, I am here for you. I will sit here forever, waiting for someone to sit upon me. The rock.
It knows what it is.
Yes.
That knowing, I guess, it's pretty awesome. I like it.
I have some very different questions to ask a different entity, if it feels appropriate to shift.
Yes, you can ask of all of my beings. We welcome that. Thank you for your time as well.
Thank you so much, Source. What a great chat.
Yeah.
Damn. Hit me with that love.
Profound as usual.
Source is like
straight.
Oh,
Dang.
tear up the whole time.
As you're saying, sit on this rock, literally painting, sit on this rock.
Are you fucking...
No.
What?
He had that going before, like right before you said that.
That's crazy.
The rock knows what it is.
No.
It's like the ultimate knowing.
Yeah.
That's...
Even I was going to paint abstract, but I didn't really plan, and I just saw blue corners, and I figured it's not abstract. No matter what I do, it's some replication or some reflection of nature, a natural process. This happens to be very literal, but
Oh my god, he's sitting on the rock.
Yeah.
I didn't even see that picture. What the heck?
I know. Your eyes were closed. That's why I was like, what? What? I love this so much already.
Oh my god.
I mean,
But I guess the main thing that I was gonna say
Ooh.
is that kind of like goes along with what you were talking about, or Source was talking about, was my best teachers in life, and kind of going back to like how, you know, school's tough and it confined my way of thinking. The most accurate answers I got from any teacher or mentor or anyone were the clouds or the trees or the rocks or the water that laughs at you, you know, that laughs at your problems. The clouds always transform to remind you how temporal you are, and the rock is what you're made of, what you come from.
Always. It's always there.
And we're just this
It knows
node
that it-
vibrating in between
it doesn't
everything.
change.
What a cool intersection to be in.
My heart is bursting.
I can't believe this. He's sitting on a rock.
Cue the chimes.
And the
He's
wind.
probably like, mic drop.
Done. That's it. Wow.
Wow. That's crazy. I can't. The synchronicity of this is just like unattainable, like in my mind. Like,
Unmatched in
It's comforting.
every way, shape, and form.
it is, but it's like, it's also like trippy. Like, I get it. I know. I process, but it's still like.
It's like hard to rationalize. You just have to accept.